Good evening. Welcome to the stream. As you can tell by the title, we're definitely playing some Genshin Impact today. I was able to finally keep up with my stream schedule, finally. Though it will be changing for next week. I will be posting a new one on Twitter sometime today. I'm opening Genshin right now. We're gonna see what we get ourselves into today. How have y'all been doing? I hope you've been well. So I think I might be in the clear from having strep throat, because I feel fine now. I don't know. My body's being weird. Let me see here. So the only thing that was stopping me from trying to draw out my OC was not having a drawing tablet. But here's some interesting information. I found out that you can use your iPad to have a makeshift drawing tablet. So I'm gonna try it out. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, but we'll see. I would love to be able to create my own live 2D model, but I am not the most artistic. Therefore, I'm scared. Why am I scared? I guess I'm just scared of failure. I know I can start over at any time, but I don't have the best patience in the world. I do plan on buying the battle pass eventually. I'm kind of curious, can I do that now? Oh, no. I'm gonna have to bypass that. We'll do that another day. I'm not doing that right now. Wait. It ends on the 10th. Hold on a second. This battle pass lasted shorter than the last one. Wow. That was a shorter battle pass than the last one. Maybe they're making some improvements, like they're gonna be putting like weapons that you usually have to pay for in there.
All tasks have been handed out.
There have been many
Alright,
written
we're gonna go
applications
ahead
lately.
and complete these commissions real quick. And then, you know, I've got tons of story quests that we can do. I don't know if we're gonna do story today. We might just do world questing. I don't know. We'll see. Today's stream will probably be a little bit on the shorter side, only because I do have to pack. I am moving house soon. Yeah, so gotta pack today, clean up today, you know. Real life adulting shit that I don't normally want to do, but I have to get done.
Let me weave you a verse. Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
I would love to be able to just do this all day, but I can't. I do, unfortunately.
You're up. There is no escape. No, my sword. Ring cutter.
A process of elimination.
Sorry, chat. I'm not the best at multitasking. Like, for real.
I need more time.
Ooh. Alhaitham. Buddy. I need to tank him up. I need to, like, actually start on artifacts and stuff for him. Well, I need to work on Xingqiu first, because I don't have anything for that guy. And it feels so bad. He's on my team as one of my favorite characters, and I'm treating him like a side piece. Alright, let's see. We're gonna go here first. That way we can just heal up real quick. Trying to play games with, like, my hair up is the worst. I hate it. So we have to go all the way over here. I do want to work on getting some ley lines. We're probably gonna do that today, to use up my resin. I don't think I've done this. We're not gonna do that right now. We'll come back. But we're probably gonna do some ley lines today just so I can get more books. Because I'm gonna need them. Not just for the current characters that I have, but also when Zhongli comes out. I keep talking about him, but I'm obsessed. I'm sorry. If there's any funny moments that happen during stream, you can definitely just clip them and send them to me either through YouTube DM or through Twitter. Like, honestly, I would love to be able to put them into compilations. So feel free to definitely do that. I want to have you guys participate and stuff, you know?
Oh, don't be scared.
Here you are.
Since we're here, we're gonna go and unlock the— oh, well. This might be an Enkanomiya. Oh, no, it's... Okay, this is gonna be another time. We're not doing that right now. We could either explore more of the chasm today or go to Enkanomiya. I don't know. We might go down to Enkanomiya. Only because I haven't really explored down there very much. I mean, I've completed a lot of the story quests for it, but I haven't done any side quests and stuff that's in there yet. Okay.
We'll talk. Deflect.
Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Ha!
These guys are tough and annoying. Oh my.
Witness the power of Gugwa. There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Shine down.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Don't be scared. Rain cutter. Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered.
Scatter.
I wasn't done.
I feel like that was kind of a waste. It's fine.
Time to act.
Wasted burst.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Alright, we should only have one more. Yes. One more. And it's in my favorite place ever. I love Super Me. One of these. If you don't know, I hate these things to death. I can never find all the particles. I strongly dislike them. Oh wow. Okay, well I guess I found them that time. One and done with that one. That doesn't happen often. I apologize for not being super consistent with the schedules that I've made lately. A lot of stuff has happened, you know? It's just the way it is.
Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.
Life happens. Alright, these are not completed yet, so we're gonna wait. Let's see. Let's see what kind of quests we're gonna do. We're gonna do this Leo way one. I kind of feel like going to Leo today. Hi Sloopy, how are you doing?
Welcome to second.
Wow, I'm so chaotic. I could easily just walk up these stairs and be fine. I do things the hard way.
Uncle Tim,
All the time, I swear.
chat with you.
You know, I'm doing quite well. I'm nomming on some sour gummy worms, and let me tell you, they're definitely
What a
sour.
lovely
Usually they're not,
surprise.
but wow.
Welcome.
I don't know what they did.
Why don't you go downstairs and get the shopkeeper to make us a fresh pot of tea? I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. I would very much like to hear your
I
adventure
love sour
stories.
candy. Sour candy is my favorite.
Hoishin told you, didn't she?
Like
Don't
sour
worry.
candy and
I'm
then
quite
mango
alright.
candies. I love
It's
mango
just the
candies.
years gradually catching up with me. As I grow older, I'm
Or like mangoes
starting
dipped
to
into
find that with
chamoy
many
and
things,
tahini. Love
though
it.
the mind is willing, the flesh is weak.
Obviously.
Especially recently.
S tier.
Noticed a rather
Double S
drastic
tier.
drop in my
Triple
energy
S
levels.
tier.
I am
All the
still
other candy
very
is
much
below.
in good standing as the Tianshu today. Nevertheless,
Oh, I love green apple.
I wish to pass
I had
on
high
the
chews
position
the other
before
day,
my
and the
mental
green apple and
acuity
strawberry
begins to
ones are
decline
definitely my
beyond
favorite.
redemption.
Triple
How
S
difficult
tier.
is it to
Yes.
transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather
I'm more
unique
of like a
position
salty
among the
snack
Liyue
person. I really
Qixing.
like cheese.
Historically speaking,
You know, people
the
have always
Tianshu
teased me about it. They're
rarely
like, you're such a
appears in
mouse.
public. We stay
But
behind the
if I'm not
scenes,
eating cheese, then I
planning
definitely
and
prefer
giving
sour
advice.
candy for sure.
So a public selection process would not be suitable. We also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates
I was
free
able to
from
finally start
influence by
streaming
outside
early
forces.
today.
So we
Like, I'm
tend
kind
to
of
be
following my
as
schedule that I
discreet as
set.
possible
I'm
in
so
their
proud of myself.
assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice. And
Although
this
it
is
might
then
be a little
approved
bit
by
of a
the
short
other
stream
Qixing
today,
members.
only because I have to
So in
pack
other words,
some stuff
you pick
because
someone,
I'm moving soon.
and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Unfortunately, due to my health, I won't be able to assess every candidate myself. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to
Ooh, I
act
love
on my
Feta.
behalf as
Feta is so
assessment
good.
officer. In fact, I
Feta is
believe
one of
you
my
recently
favorites.
became
I
acquainted
really
with
like
her
sharp cheese.
yourself.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
It's Yelan!
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him. Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu. Might
I
be a
make
good
like
opportunity for
a
you.
really tasty dish
What do you
with
think?
potatoes and feta. It's like a Greek style seasoned potatoes with feta chunks roasted in the oven. So good. Love it.
Paimon thinks so too. It can't be a bad thing to be on good terms with a new Qixing, right?
All right then. Though,
Parmesan
I gotta
potatoes
say,
are
Uncle
good,
Tian,
but like the
you
feta
say you're into
potatoes,
behind-the-scenes planning?
so
My
good.
work's of the covert variety too.
I recommend giving
Don't you
it a
think
try.
I might make a good
It's really
Tianshu?
quick and easy to make.
Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
I'm not opposed to the idea, but I suspect Ningguang wouldn't let you go very easily after how long you've been working together. So, how about this? If your investigation reveals
I'm
that
making
none of the other
something kind of
candidates are
similar tonight for
qualified for the
dinner,
position,
actually.
I'll recommend you for the job.
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Until then, have a pleasant conversation. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As
You
the new
know,
owner of
I'm
this
not
fine
much of a
establishment,
cook either. Everybody
runs on
says
the
that I'm a
house.
really good cook. Like, I hate talking about myself like this because it makes me feel like I have
You're
a
all
big
set?
ego. But like, a lot of people say that I'm a really good cook. And I thought about
Uncle
becoming a
Tian
chef
seems
at one
really
point, like going to
worn
culinary
down.
school.
It's like all his energy's gone.
But like,
Yeah,
I just think
it
I'm
may sound
average.
harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates.
My
Their names
ADHD
are
brain makes
Qinwei,
it to where like
Ningguo, and Zhi.
the food doesn't
Qinwei is a
finish at
wealthy
the same
entrepreneur.
time, so you're gonna
Ningguo
be
works at
getting
the
a
Liyue
couple of
Ministry
cold
of Civil
sides
Affairs,
and then a
and
really
Zhi is
piping
focused on
hot
study and
side.
travel. Try to keep all that in mind.
You kind of have to put it in the
Of
microwave
course,
for
it
a
doesn't
couple
really matter
seconds
if you
before
forget,
you eat
since
it.
we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei? Mingguo?
Not very good at multitasking like that.
Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion. All right. Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher
I
than
mean,
a
I'm
change
gonna
in the
give myself
Qixing.
credit here.
We can't afford to
So
miss
I made a
anything,
cake the other
no
day
matter how
with my
small.
husband, right? It was a
Got it. We'll keep
red
our
velvet
eyes
cake,
wide open.
which is just chocolate cake with red food coloring. And we wanted to put frosting on it, but we didn't have frosting. But we had heavy whipping cream. And then we had hot cocoa packets. And some powdered sugar. I made a whipped cream frosting with powdered sugar and hot cocoa packets. And let me tell you, that was a really great freaking invention. That tasted amazing. I did a good job on that. Cause like the recipe called for vanilla extract and we didn't have vanilla, so I was like, I don't want it to just be straight cream with no flavor. What are we gonna put on this? Oh, it was delicious. It was so good, even after being chilled. Actually, I recommend it that way. How do I get up there? Well, I guess I do have to go this way. Like, I can come up with things to make,
My
but,
legs are getting sore.
I can't make
What
them
is wrong
taste
with this
good
assessment
if they're
officer?
going to go
This
wrong.
is a huge
So,
occasion and I
there's
don't
that.
even get a chair. I've dealt with all kinds of people in my time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
Oh, I mean, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are,
This
you'll
guy
never
is
be able to change
crabby.
anything in the future.
He is a hermit
Come
crab.
on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not worth it. Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack.
Oh, I do that all
We've
the
all
time.
been standing around for
Oh,
a
so
while.
much.
It's natural to be
I
getting
make
irritable.
The biggest
Look,
mess ever
how
when I'm
about
cooking.
this? There's no rule saying we're obliged to stand
And
up
then, like,
while
I
we wait,
can
so why
clean
don't
at the
we
same
borrow
time,
some
but at the
chairs
same
from
time I
guild
can't.
nearby?
Because it's an
Fine.
overwhelming process
They're
to
not the
both be
best
cooking
quality
and
chairs, to be
cleaning at
sure.
the same time.
But under the circumstances, it would be
Yeah.
better than nothing.
Yeah, no. I can't multitask like that.
It looks like all 3 candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally
Like, I'm making
soon.
some
Before that, let me
meatball
run you
subs
through the
tonight
assessment
with
process.
those potatoes that I was talking about. And
I've split it into 2 stages.
I already
Current
know
affairs
what's
and
gonna
planning,
happen with that
and
pasta
face-to-face
sauce.
interview. In the first stage, candidates are
already know.
required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Elon is just... She is that girl.
One of them is really thick.
It's also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their
She's-
manifesto.
She's gorgeous.
Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event,
Every time
they
I
will
play
not
this
be
game, I
permitted
crush
to
on one of
change their
these people, I
plan.
swear.
Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues. There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each person's
Oh,
proposing.
I almost forgot. Before we
I'll be
continue
waiting
the
off to
story,
the
we're
side.
actually gonna go
Just
do
let
some
me know
ley
when
line
you're done.
stuff. Because I need to get tons of books. Yeah. I'll hold off on that for a moment. Because Shangli is coming home. He's coming home. So, I need these books. Wait, do they all have different drops? 4 to 5? No, they're not. Okay. I don't know, Kokomi might be coming home too. It really depends. I'm gonna try for both, but I don't have the best luck.
Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! Ha!
Play with me. Let me amuse myself a little.
Let me read you a verse.
Where'd she go?
Deflect! Flicker.
That was pretty easy, not gonna lie. I'd rather it be easy to do this than anything, though, if I'm being honest. That way it doesn't take up a lot of time. I have so much that I'm actually doing with this game that I don't know what to do every single day. Like, I'm trying to level up the catch, I'm trying to level up my characters, I'm trying to get good artifacts. It's... I'm gonna need to have a schedule for Genshin at this point. I mean, I already wrote down my character information on when they need their stuff, but I don't exactly follow that all the time because I get too busy doing other things. I forget. Oh, that's a big boy. I don't know. I wasn't expecting that one.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
I thought it was gonna be those small guys. I was not prepared for the big boy.
A process of elimination. Here.
And I have one more. Finally. Okay, let's see. Where's this one at? Oh, okay. Easy enough. I really don't want to fight all these extra ads. Not right now. Please don't be a big boy.
Another
You
test
play.
subject.
You're up. Ring cutter. Know my sword. Inazuma shines eternal.
Nice.
There is no escape.
Picked the wrong test subject.
Let me weave you up. Shine down. Now you shall perish.
I love the way I have these characters built at the moment. I mean, alhaitham and then my Raiden is kind of like bullying each other for main DPS, but that's okay. It's okay. Alright, now we can go back and do this. I don't even have the best, like, artifacts for them yet, and, they're already pretty OP. And we're not going to get ourselves killed by doing that, so we're gonna land further away, because, Genshin likes to troll like that. I am not here for it today. Cool. I don't think it's important to read these, right? Guess we'll find out. I hope that wasn't
Finished, huh?
something for
think?
like a puzzle.
Everyone took it very
Why should be my luck?
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward. And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time. Start with Chenwei.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation,
Yeah, I
Lady
really
Ningguang
like
would
the
perhaps be
Mandarin
assessing us in
language,
person.
and I often
certainly
thought about
hadn't imagined I'd be
pursuing
seeing
it,
two
and,
entirely
like,
unfamiliar
learning, but-
faces. I trust you've read through my manifesto.
Oh boy.
I'd be more than happy to clarify any
Mandarin
details
is
you found
so
difficult
hard
to
to learn.
grasp. It was written with an expert audience in mind, after all.
I have too much of a list,
Mind your tone, mister.
so I don't really know.
It wasn't intended as a
that learning
personal slight
Mandarin would
against
work
anyone
very
in
well for me.
particular. I was simply stating a fact. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must
I
have
guess
a
I could
respectable
like
level
give
of
give
erudition.
learning Korean
Perhaps
a
you
chance
will
again
be able to
because,
understand the
I mean, I still
concepts I've
have
put forward.
some of the
although
stuff
I shouldn't
down
get my
that
hopes
I
up.
learned in the past.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
You know, that guy
I'm,
was a character. He's
Mingguo.
really a
I
hermit
work
crab,
in the
though.
Ministry of Civil Affairs.
He's
I've
pinchy.
worked there for 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled 2,347 cases. I have 12 active cases at the moment. They
Most
should be
unfortunate thing
concluded in,
happened when I tried to
16
start
days?
stream earlier. So
My current work is related to urban planning,
I
and
have a
I'm also
light that I
responsible
use.
for
That way my
auditing
cam
the
can
accounts.
track my face.
To be more precise, there are
for
3
BC
parts to
face,
the
right?
accounts, namely
Well,
Is it
my
just
light bulb busted.
You're very good at public speaking.
Yay!
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
So I hope my
okay.
my tracking is
Sorry.
okay at the moment. I do not have another light bulb for it. Unfortunate.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a little nervous.
We
What
can
would you
tell,
like
buddy.
to know? You're here to assess me, so ask away and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability.
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields.
I hope
How can you
Yolande
be
goes
sure that you have
easy
the
on me and
ability to
doesn't
put your
make me
plan
do
into
stealth
action?
stuff, because after last night, I'm not.
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from.
It's going
I'm
into
confident
like
in
a
my
clip
plan.
compilation
I've
for
visited
YouTube.
many different
but
places, talked to lots
boy,
of
was
people
that
with far more
frustrating.
expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected in very complicated ways, and you might reach 2 very contradictory conclusions
Please go
depending on
easy
which
on
one
me,
you're focusing
Yolande.
on.
Don't give me
What I've
big
tried
stealth.
to do is strike a balance.
Please.
In other words, present an optimal solution to all the problems as a whole.
How do you plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. Post-implementation, it would all come down to the results. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
Hey, sounds
Nice
pretty
answer.
solid.
All right,
I think
next
this
question.
guy is the best candidate by far.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful and logical, and he was just a pleasure to listen to.
I can
Here's
agree with
my
that.
take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. He doesn't care much about other people's feelings. Mingguo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, very detail-oriented. But he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingguo is not very
Yeah,
articulate
the
and comes
second
across
and then
as
the
very
third guy
timid in
are probably the
conversation.
best
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree
candidates.
more. You're good at this, Yewan.
Last but not least, Jur-E. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields, which is quite a rare feat. The depth he goes into in each
I'm
and every
amazed at
area
how
means it can
she
only be a
pronounced
product
his
of
name.
painstaking work.
I would not
Plus,
have
he
thought
is
that's
modest
the
and
sounds
good at dealing with
that were
people.
made to
But
say his name.
what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Jur-E take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great!
We'll see.
I love that.
Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
That's so cool. I love learning languages. Oh, you don't need to get stuck on
Please be
things.
mindful of your personal safety.
I'm kind of sad that, like, I'm done with the main portions of Liwa and Inazuma. Like, for real. I loved every bit of those quest lines. Honestly, my favorite. I hope the new stuff that we're getting soon is equally as great as these, because I'm not too impressed with Sumeru. Some of it's cool, but, you know. I feel like there's just a mouthful of information and I just can't be bothered to learn what's going on or remember. More like it's hard.
I see. Then it's more or less as I anticipated.
Alright, then let me ask this. The ideas in Jur-E's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates, for fear of affecting your judgment. But I can tell you now. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. It's
The
only
next one is
natural that they
Fontaine.
share some
Is
similarities with
what
me.
element is Fontaine
But
going to be, I wonder?
Shinwei went on to focus on his business.
Or is it
and
not going to be
Mingguo
one?
has always been occupied
No, because that
with
makes
his
no
work
sense.
at the Ministry of
Every
Civil
region has an
Affairs.
element.
Of all of them, Juri was with me for the longest duration.
Naya is ice.
Oh, so how did you get to know them all, Uncle Tien?
Chen Wei was referred to me by an old friend.
I don't know.
Mingguo came to my attention in the course of my work, and as for Juri,
I don't know.
that
I
was
don't know.
pure happenstance. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics.
I can tell you
Juri
this,
came
though.
from a poor
I'm excited for the
family,
new
and his
Inazuma character
parents
being
died when
released.
he was very
I
young.
can't wait to see what she
But
looks
he
like.
was a gifted student
Not only that,
and a fast learner.
from what
He
I've been
reminded me
told,
of a
there's going to be
younger version
Fatui
of
that are going to
myself.
be released with
So
Fontaine that
I
are
started
playable.
out giving him a few words of advice when we were
So I'm
out
kind of curious
fishing,
if they're going to be
and
4-star
noticed how
or
quickly
5-star.
he got on. Quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see, but it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up.
They'll more than likely be a little
I
bit of
am
both.
growing old. How time flies. No one can escape the cycle of life.
I don't know, Uncle Tien. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console
See, after
me.
you get to know
Having
Yelan
less
after
energy
the
than I
Chasm
used to
quest,
isn't
she's
such a bad
actually
thing.
not
It just means I finally have a good reason
as,
to retire
as
and
crabby.
spend my days doing what old
She's
men
actually
like
really
me
nice.
should be doing. Going fishing whenever I feel like it.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tien.
Ooh, there's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any
She
preparation
strikes me
required.
as
Fresh fish
someone that would be
soup.
a Sunder there.
Sounds tasty.
For sure.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance.
Are you gonna have to fish?
The addition of these makes the soup taste even more wonderful. That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left
The
to taste
answer
it again.
is yes. we are gonna have
next time
fish.
too. Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
Mm-hmm. I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with
while we're
any of them.
fishing for this,
This decision
this quest,
must be guided
I
by
guess,
what is fair and right.
we might be able to do
Please disregard all
part
other
of the grind for
considerations
the catch.
and make your final decision
Possibly.
only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian. Look after yourself.
Oh wait, we might not have to.
So, it's gonna be Jiri, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
I never realized that Yelan
So,
has
are you gonna give
a
them
little
more
dice
tests or something?
on her
No,
collar.
nothing like that. The assessment itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Wait, are they bowing to
Lady
her?
Yelan,
What?
are your orders?
Ugh! Who are they? Where did they come from?
Yeah, for real. Where did they come
scare
from?
These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants, they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Upei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now. Is he all right? I seem to remember that he can't swim.
Nothing can take that guy down. Certainly not a little wind and waves.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Jiri?
Jiri, well, obviously as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the
So,
docks first. Lots of people passing
his
through
name is
there.
pronounced
You can
Jiri.
find out all kinds of things.
Jiri.
If we're looking for information, why don't we
I'm
try
sorry,
talking
I
to
probably
Boy,
messed that
the
up.
owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf. Maybe he has some news for us.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
Oh. Fishing for jade. Okay. That puts a little damper on things, whereas fishing for jade. I forgot that I didn't exactly have this completed yet. I have a ton of side quest stuff that I just have not taken care of. Oh. Okay. I understand. a Mora. I wonder if it's Child's. At least Child had Mora. Zhongli never fucking did. While we're here, we're going to turn in the...
But a momentary distraction.
Don't be shy. Come inside.
I don't think so. Creepy lady. Let me go turn our expedition stuff in real quick.
Add Astra.
Oh, there's a lot more over here. Okay. Wait, no there's not. There's only 5. Wasn't that about the same? The sound that these boxes make my teeth hurt. I don't like it. I do not like that sound. I always thought Leela was the most peaceful.
Oh there. Come and see these rats.
Might as well just go this way, because that's a lot of climbing. If I take that route, I don't always have to climb everything. Alright, I have successfully managed to mod Cyberpunk, by the way. So, we're gonna start that next week. Or this coming week. Cool. Now that we are done with that, we can continue this. Alright, I guess not.
Why'd they have to give me that transfer?
To be fair, I've had this in my inventory forever, so go ahead and just get it out of the way. We're not gonna be reading all this. Awesome, now we can go.
Though the clouds may darken and light turn to gloom.
I don't. I get confused pretty easily. It's not that hard to do that to me.
Senua Kiosk. Place to go for classic Yua dishes.
I love the ambience of Leva.
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't buy in at this price. How am I supposed to turn a profit?
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You won't find anyone who disputes that. I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so...
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret.
This is
the boss of
same
Second
voice
Life
actor
also
for
wants to buy
Ito,
from me,
probably.
but I haven't responded
They
yet.
sound similar.
If you won't take them, I'll just have to partner with them instead. And neither of us wants that.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price. I'll take all your stock. Don't sell a single one to Second Life. Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
Actually, we want to ask you about a guy called Juri. Have you heard of him before?
Juri? Yes, he's quite well known. I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community. One of his neighbors was terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family.
What a swell guy.
He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and... oh, how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo Boutique.
Oh, he sounds like a decent man. We can finally breathe a sigh of relief.
Why are you asking about him anyway? You aren't looking for a brand ambassador too, are you? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder takes the... Ah, that's Juri right over there. Why don't we go and talk to him?
Juri?
Where?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Linlong. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you.
No.
We want this information to be as truthful as possible.
Oh, chat. No.
I'll just go and fetch an
one.
employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
I understand. Let's walk and talk. So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine who likes to have it.
What's the hurry? Don't get too close, or he'll see you.
Ugh.
Try not to let him see you.
I understand. Let's walk and talk.
My friend, what can I get you?
So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Fake.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan? Seems like everyone thinks Juri's a great guy.
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet. Let's go check out the wharf where he usually goes fishing.
Do we have to?
Yes, Paimon.
Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri because you want to be Tianshu yourself, are you?
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But hey, if I do become Tianshu, I'll look out for you guys. You'll be able to try all the finest food for free. How does that sound?
We will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf we go!
Food sounds really good right now. Not gonna lie. Oh look, another quest. Let's go ahead and pick it up. Go ahead and pick this up, that way we have other things to do that aren't story. But the Jade Chamber is already back up. Why do we need to collect things for it again exactly? This man has some booba.
Could that be She's boat?
I don't know what you're going through, lady, but that sucks.
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers. Let's see what Uncle Soon has to say.
Oh my, that is a big fish. Those are big fish. Those are ginormous.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of the, Liyue Anglers Association, and we just wanted to ask a few questions about someone. We've heard about this young man called Juri, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman. Just wondering if you happen to have heard of him?
Whoa! Yelan made up a whole fake identity. Without batting
Paimon, you got a big mouth.
Ah, yes, Juri. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Well, if there's anything to that logic, he's sure to be phenomenally successful one day.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for a disappointment.
Oh? Why's that?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about.
So
if you're looking to
lie
recruit
to
some new
us?
members, though, I do know a few top anglers I could put you in touch with.
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so why don't I come back some other time and we can chat over a drink?
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
I really hope that this guy doesn't end up being suspicious.
Love life. Again.
Sussy Baka.
Tell me, will I find the right girl?
10,000 waves!
I just don't see anything that is around here.
Tell me, will I find the right girl?
Are they, like... Maybe there's something up here? No. Alright, I'm at a loss. I don't know what I'm looking for. Look for clues. I guess let's ask people. Is that what it wants?
Tell me, will I find the right girl?
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow! She switched identity again!
You know,
Society for Fish Price Research? I haven't done anything illegal. Stay out of my business.
Please, don't worry. We're just here to conduct a simple survey. We've heard about a certain Jur-E who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently. Do you know anything about this?
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was him.
Oh? Why is that?
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No one wanted anything to do with him. He was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head. And he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien, who gave him some food. But still to this day, he doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few mora. So I wouldn't be surprised to find out he's been selling a few fish. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business. Don't tell him I said that.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, briefly, and I just had a feeling that he really cares what other people think of him. I think he has pretty low self-esteem, but hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him, that's all.
I see. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
Not a problem. And
doesn't
just for the
seem like a
record,
bad guy.
there's absolutely nothing wrong with the price of my fish.
The more times you say it, the less convincing it becomes.
Doesn't have a lot of mora to his name. Okay, let's keep going.
Hey, it's you guys!
I thought that was
Wait,
an old man.
what's the phrase? Oh yeah. Honored to meet you. What brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to this territory. We heard tell of a great martial artist, Master Dugu, who knows everything there is to know. Hence, we sought you out to ask for your guidance.
Really? People said I know everything there is to know?
But of course, we also heard that Master Dugu is a kind and virtuous swordsman who never turns away anyone who comes with questions.
Great! So what do you wish to know?
I'm debating
Nothing
on
happens
if we're
on
gonna
this street
continue
that I don't
doing
know
Tower
about.
of Fantasy streams or not.
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dugu, have you heard of one
They're
by the name
okay.
of
I mean, the game is
Jur-E?
okay, but I'm not sure.
Sure have. You mean
That's
that guy
really my
that all
thing,
the
you know?
grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of jury. For example, I can't remember. Probably because it's nothing that important. I prefer stories about sword-fighting heroes.
We might throw in a random stream every now and
I completely
again.
understand
I
that.
don't know.
Then let me ask you this. Do you remember roughly when the grown-ups started talking about Jur-E?
Oh yeah, I know that. It was about 2 or 3 months ago. Before that, people always used to talk about jury in a kind of nasty tone of voice. But 2 or 3 months ago, suddenly everyone started to like him. Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Just as I thought.
Candies.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about jury stories in the street. They seem like nice people.
Oh, definitely.
Great! So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And I guess I can share some of my candies with them too.
Certainly. You can also tell my friend in Yenshang Tea House about what they're up to. I'm sure my friend would also like to say hi to them.
Thank you, ma'am.
Alright, chat. So, after
You're
this
welcome.
quest, we're
Well
gonna
then,
go ahead and
fare
stream
thee
only
well,
because
Master Dugu.
I gotta make dinner.
Until we
I gotta
meet
make a
again.
stream schedule and post it. Then I gotta start packing and cleaning.
Any of that sounds strange to
Yeah.
you?
Strange? What was strange about it?
But before we end, we're gonna go
Jay
ahead
seems
and
to have a
clean
great
this.
reputation. Uncle Soon and Uncle Gas spoke highly of him, and Dugu Shuo seems to like him too.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from? It almost seems too good to be true.
Sudden? Too good to be true? What do you mean?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. That's a little over the top, if you ask me. Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Jur-E's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. That's the reaction I would expect from any normal person. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Jur-E has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor. None of these are recent events. So why are these stories only going around now?
When you put it like that, it is kinda strange.
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Jur-E was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far as I'm concerned. The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign. Right. And that changes everything. It can mean a powerful faction is trying to gain influence over the Liu at Xixing. That's the worst case scenario. But all too often,
I
the most
apologize
pessimistic
for not being
speculation
able
turns out to
to
be closest to the truth.
stream
Someone's trying to gain influence
longer
over the
today.
Xixing?
I just got
That sounds
quite a bit of
serious.
stuff that I
What
need to
should
do.
we Even if we asked Juri about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
But
First,
for
we need
sure,
to find out who's supporting him. Don't
Monday
worry,
we will
I've got a
start
plan.
on time. And probably
Remember
stream
the
for
current
about
affairs
6
and
hours.
planning stage of the assessment?
Right around.
Since the successful candidate is duty-bound to implement their plan after taking office, their manifesto tells us their stance on key issues. Whoever is secretly helping Jur-E must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. So, we should be able to find some hints in Jur-E's manifesto on who we're dealing with. Come on, let's get back to Yenshang Tea House.
So okay. I'm gonna be making some improvements to the stream soon. Kinda. I don't know that y'all see it for a little while, but I figured out how to rig my iPad to connect to my PC. That way I can use it as like a drawing tablet.
There have been many poorly written applications.
Quit interrupting me. So I figured I'm going to get on Krita and just kind of mess around tonight and tomorrow. So there's probably not gonna be a stream tomorrow, but on Monday we will definitely stream longer. Just wanted to let you know.
Lately, I guess I'll just have to reject
let's
them
get
all.
back to this. I'm not a very good drawer, so I don't know when my live 2D model will even debut. But I'm gonna try my best to make one. It might be months from now. It might be like a year from now. I don't know. I'm gonna do my best though. I want it to look really nice. But I figured I could definitely go ahead and just start sketching and drawing and figuring out kind of like the direction I want to go, making like a board and stuff. Inspo board, if you will.
Jur-E's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one,
I don't know how
I'll
y'all
take
be
the other.
drawing.
When we're
like
finished,
for real.
we'll put our heads together.
You guys have so much talent.
Officially,
And
the
then I'm just
assessment is
over
already
here
over, and I'll be expected to
with
announce the results before
whatever.
long. So we have to get to the bottom of this as
I'm
quickly
just
as we
kidding.
can.
I am talented in my own ways.
We better hurry.
I'm a good hairdresser.
Whatever else
And I
Uncle
can
Tian
cook.
might think of Jur-E,
If we
fact
hit a
remains that
certain
he's one of his
milestone, we
favorite
might do a
students.
cooking stream.
Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately
I don't know.
obvious.
I'll look into
we'll
that.
have to look
Stay
carefully
tuned.
and think critically.
I might show you my famous chocolate cake with certain frosting that was absolutely delicious.
Even though Yelan took half, this is still a lot to get through. Well, we gotta start somewhere.
I figured it would be a good way to celebrate reaching a milestone, you know, making a cooking stream and making a cake to celebrate. I think that would be super cute. Like decorating it and whatnot. I think that would be a cute little stream. Obviously, more research will have to be put into it. That way I can use my live 2D model because my identity is a secret. Sorry. I just don't feel comfortable revealing myself online. So I'll have to research a little bit before you know. But maybe, you know what, now that I think about it, I really haven't thought about, like, milestones and stuff that I want to reach and how I'm going to celebrate those.
I'm on a headache. Let's take a break.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Hey, it's one of Yeon's little helpers, Shanghua. If you're back, that means you finished investigating Tianwei, right?
You betcha.
Because, like, I
visited
want
all the commerce
the
guilds and gathered a
milestones
wealth
to
of
be
information.
something that
Every time they
I
asked
could
me to
do
leave,
with
but
my
I
viewers,
always had another
not
trick up my
necessarily by
sleeve.
myself.
Don't drag
Like,
this out.
include you all
Just
too.
tell us your findings.
Because it would be you all helping
Yes,
me
Lady
reach those
Yelan.
milestones, you know?
To summarize my
So
findings,
it would only
most
make
people
sense
who've
to
had
be able to
interactions
do
with
something
Tianwei
with
will
you
start
guys.
out complaining
Like
about
maybe
how proud
Gartic
and
phone or
arrogant he
something
is,
like that? I
but then
don't
go
know.
on to give a generally
see.
positive appraisal of him. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Tianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works. Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them
I'll
fairly
find something
regardless
for
of
us
their
to do
background.
that's really fun.
Who'd have thought?
Who knows? Maybe I can get Jackbox.
Is it possible that his reputation
you guys,
is
would you
fake?
like to play Jackbox?
Is there any way you can check the accounts of the businesses under his
We
name?
could play Jackbox.
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out
Alright,
that almost all
it's
of
settled.
Tianwei's
After we
accounts are
reach
open
a certain
to the
milestone,
public.
I'll figure out which
Where
one
he
that
buys
is.
from and sells to
I'll be
should
getting
be confidential
Jackbox, and
business
we'll have a
information,
community
but he
day
doesn't seem interested in
playing
protecting
funny
it at
little
all.
games.
Tianwei often sees business opportunities that others
I
don't.
think that would be
but once
so
he's
fun.
made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secrets. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact
It's
that
not
someone
super
like that
big or
can still make
anything,
more
but
is
it's
pretty
something to get us
infuriating
going,
when
you
you
know?
think about it.
What a strange
Until
guy.
I'm able to do a cooking stream.
He's not doing business to make mora, but instead...
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights.
I
It's all the
love
result of his
VTubing,
first-hand
y'all.
experimentation.
Like, I get to be so creative.
I'm back!
It makes me happy
Huh?
when people tune in.
How come you're here?
I don't want to
Why
get
do you
too mushy,
think?
but
Obviously, because I possess superior
makes me really
skills
happy
and am always one step ahead of the
when people
competition.
tune in,
Well,
even if they don't talk
when you're
or
the
anything,
competition, at least.
your presence alone, being
Whatever.
here, makes
I'm
me
not
feel
getting
good
into an
because
argument
you find
with
me
you.
interesting
If
enough
I
to just
hadn't
sit
had
around
something
and watch
else
you
to
play
take
games.
care of on the way, I would have been back long before you. Lady Yelan, I have finished investigating Mingbois.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs
always
says that Mingbois
appreciated.
struggles to get his words out when he
100%.
gets nervous, especially
that from
when
the
he's
bottom of my
chatting with
heart.
strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
It feels good to
In your
finally
opinion,
find a
was the
creative
Ministry
outlet.
of Civil Affairs appraisal of
You know,
Mingbois
like,
at all exaggerated?
The world is tough,
I don't believe so.
so you need to do
Mingbois
things
is
that
someone who has
allow
slowly
you to
but
be
surely
creative
earned the reputation he has
and
today.
explore yourself.
According to Miss Yu, the
And
ministry
I
often gets
have so far
Mingbois to
found
take a
that through
final look
VTubing.
at
It's
projects before
combining
they're
two of my
implemented.
passions,
People feel much
gaming
more confident
and
in
then
something
talking
if
to
it has
people,
his
because
stamp
I do
of
like
approval.
talking to people.
Oh,
It's just,
and
retail
also,
was
there was
hard.
once someone
I
in the
will say
ministry
that.
who was lying and cheating to try to
Retail was
advance
not
their
for me.
career. Mingbois gave them the
So I
scolding
get the
of
best
a
of both worlds
lifetime.
with this, and it
Apparently,
feels
he can
great.
be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
I'm not the best
Whoa,
talker. I'm a little bit socially
hard
awkward,
to
you know.
imagine.
Like I said
But
before,
I definitely
things are
try.
not always
There's
as
some
they appear.
silence in between
So
some
that's
moments,
what you
but I'm
meant
working
by
on that, you know.
Paimon's starting to get it now.
When you
Thank you
go from
both.
being
You're free
socially
to go now.
awkward to talking a lot, it's kind of hard to make that transition.
So,
You know,
have you
'cause
finished reading the
streamers have to
manifesto?
talk a lot, and sometimes there's a little bit of
Still
silence
have a
there.
bit left.
And it's okay. It's okay to be like that.
I can't see any immediate problems looking at the individual entries. The only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Chengshu Pool redevelopment plan.
Wait,
Chengshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought
Oh,
havoc
wait.
there,
We
so there
might
are
be
even more
opening that
secrets
one
buried
domain.
deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Qiangshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing,
I have not
a mining
actually
team conducted an
unlocked that
exploratory
domain.
excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
Oh wait, I might be thinking of
None.
something
The
different.
ruin was completely impenetrable. The only
I
way they
don't
could
know.
have gotten
We'll
through
have
the
to
solid
wait and
rock
see.
would have been by
But if
blowing
it's
it
the one
open
that
with
I'm
a
thinking
special
of, I
kind
have
of
not unlocked
explosive.
it yet.
The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down and the treasure became a mere legend. Jur-E's manifesto focuses on solving
We all
problems,
know that
and this
it's
treasure
not
hunt seems
gonna be.
extremely risky. It seems out of step with the rest of his plans.
We know that the treasure
Still,
exists. It's Genshin
this one
Impact.
fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions. Did you find anything?
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto? Oh yeah! Juri said the
I
Blackcliff
accidentally got
Forge
my
workers
hand caught
should
around
get
my
right
mouse.
of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer. So Jur-E wants the Blackcliff Forge to excavate the treasure of Qiangshu Pool.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Juri's secret supporter?
No, not likely.
Okay,
I've looked
Paimon
into the
has a
Blackcliff
cute
Forge
little
before.
model, but
They
like my
aren't
favorite
involved
thing
with any
about Paimon
powerful
is
factions
definitely
at
her little
present.
cape and her
They
starry
do possess
eyes.
some
I
specialized
think those
explosives,
are so cute.
but it would
She's
seem
got
more
pretty
trouble than it's
eyes.
worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this.
I kind of want like
Still,
a
since
glider
the
that
clues are
has
pointing
this
toward the Blackcliff
concept on
Forge,
it.
we should see where they lead. We may well find something new.
Maybe we'll get that because you know they are releasing like new content for
Shenwei and
different
Mingguo
regions.
both turned out to be completely different than what we thought.
Okay, so that's over there.
What about Juri? Is there another side to him too?
That's what it sounds like, Paimon. I mean, I don't mean to be bad guy here, but it doesn't sound like Juri is very good.
Going out on a rainy day is the
He
worst.
sounds like he might have some ulterior motives, and Yelan is teaching us not to trust very
This
much.
is the Blackcliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Nothing of note happened today. Nothing of note. Payday. 3 new recruits joined. Can't believe people are willing to join us at a time like this. One of the newcomers is very skilled. He got made the team leader. Nothing of note.
What's this? A diary?
From the back, it looks like a ledger, but it seems they also use it as a site log. We don't know who wrote it, but it's interesting, don't you think? These newcomers, who could have sent them?
You think they're suspicious?
Well, obviously.
Yes. Look, it says right there, one of them's already been promoted to team leader.
He's a new guy. Why would he
At this
already
rate,
be
by the time the
promoted?
Qiangshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, they'll be the technical backbone of the team. That'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. They can copy any secret texts or steal any treasure they find underground.
Uh-oh.
Imagine if we
Oh,
didn't suspect
what if
anything.
Juri
By the
is
time Jur-E recommends the Blackcliff Forge
part
for
of
the
the
excavation
Fatui or
project,
something?
at most we would
Treasure
maybe do a
hoarders.
fresh background check on the place. No red flags if all they did was change some key staff. And even if we decided to vet the staff individually, they'd have had more than enough time by then to come up with fake identities. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance. It was a clever move.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure.
Paimon, you're not very bright sometimes.
Who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers. But let's start with that worker over there for now.
Alright, this should start getting interesting real soon. We've been going at this quest for how long? An hour now, give or take. We're just now getting to the meat of the story, if you will.
Excuse us. We want to ask you about the newcomers.
You want them to teach you or something? I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. Fast learners, too. They're picking up all the skills unbelievably fast. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. But they never let us join them.
Oh.
I guess they just need some time to adjust. I'm sure we'll get to know each other over time. He's just bitter
about not being able to be friends with them.
They go out drinking. This area isn't exactly renowned for the nightlife. I'm guessing it's a long trip to the nearest tavern.
You got that right. They tell me they go all the way back to Liyue Harbor to drink at Wanmin Restaurant. It rained
but it's not really
today,
that far
so
away
they
from
actually
here.
stuck around at the site for a while.
It's quite literally hop, skip, and a jump.
They went out drinking again right away. Hey, you're only young once, right? I say, if they can hack it, let them at it.
Interesting. Let's go talk somewhere else. Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. I'll wager they've been going to intelligence updates. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints. I doubt they'd give themselves away that easily, but let's follow them and try our luck.
I bet these people are part of treasure hoarders. That's the way it's sounding anyway. And it would make sense. I mean, they're after treasure, right? So it makes sense for them to be treasure hoarders.
Hurry, we gotta catch up.
But I wasn't exactly expecting Jerry to be part of that. They did a great job with making you go back and forth with doubting and then not doubting.
These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
No, Paimon, I don't think so. I think we're right on the money.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way.
Over by, like, the apartment things or hotel thingy.
Where would be the best place to explore?
Everywhere, honey. You can explore anywhere you want.
The footprints stop here. But, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house.
I can't say I've actually ever been over here, honestly. Okay, but like, how are they making all this noise and not alerting people, you know? Because this is literally right outside the harbor. So it's not that far from where civilization is. So you would think people would hear something.
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. But all the evidence has been destroyed. Look at these ashes.
That is
Someone was burning
absolutely
documents not long
surprising.
before we arrived.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have blown the fire out before everything was finished burning.
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the paper's been burned. There's only ash left now.
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge? They've got to go back there sooner or later.
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned now.
Well,
To
they
me,
probably
that
caught
says
on
that
to the
whoever's
trail.
behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn! Guess this is where a trail runs cold.
Make no mistake, the purpose of our trip wasn't to find any solid evidence. We just need to figure out who's behind Jur-E. I smelled something peculiar the moment I came in. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters. But what they failed to consider is that paper and ink from different regions produce different
she's
odors
smart.
when they're burned.
Really? Paimon can't smell anything. Do you smell anything?
There is a certain place with a freezing cold climate where there's nothing but ice as far as the eye can see. Some wealthy people there put floral fragrance in their ink as a way of injecting a little romance into their writing. When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind. Exactly. The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with.
Okay.
But it's all I need. Now I know who we're dealing with. I can plan our next move.
Okay,
Lady
not
Yalen.
surprising.
Oh,
Not at
thank
all.
goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never see you again.
Who are you?
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Jur-E's regular contacts. Since Jur-E likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors, so he took a boat out to sea to ask around. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Blackcliff Forge when he got back. If there'd been an ambush waiting for us there, it means we'd have had some backup. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I'm afraid I've come up empty-handed.
But you seem so urgent.
I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Jur-E before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. Fortunately, someone managed to drag me out. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Blackcliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could. Didn't even stop to change my clothes.
Well, Uncle Tien said that Jur-E once bought a recipe from one of the fishermen. Did you hear anything about that at all?
What? That's news to me.
Wait, a recipe?
No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. Lady Yalen, I'm telling you, I spoke to every single fisherman out there, and none of them mentioned anything about a recipe.
Interesting. Then I wonder how that even more wonderful fish soup came about.
It's code.
Fish soup? What fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get our hands on some solid evidence. Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea.
I mean,
Upei,
it's the
what do
only
you
thing that
think?
makes sense, you know?
Honestly, I've already tried following Jur-E, but the guy's too cautious. Never meets with anyone suspicious.
Okay, so tailing's out.
No, we'll still need to tail him. But first, we need to do some groundwork.
Groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Especially when he thinks he's about to win. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Take a guess what you think he'll do next.
I mean, he's probably gonna have to pay the Fatui.
Be sure to arrive on time. You won't want to miss the show.
Alright. So... Oh yeah, this is the actual harbor. It's not inside the city like I thought. We're gonna go to Yuehai Pavilion real quick. And then... change the time.
Should I save this money or invest it?
Why am I doing that when I can just do this? Work smarter, not harder, you know? I try my best to pronounce words that are not in my native language. I'm not the greatest at it, but I try. I hope I don't butcher it too bad. Has it been technically confirmed that Paimon is a god of time or not? Or is it just suspected lore at this point?
It looks like we're all here. Well then, time for me to announce the results of the assessment process. I won't drone on about the importance of the Tianshu role. Suffice to say that Uncle Tien entrusted me with the monumentally important task of assessing the candidates. And now, it falls to me to give him a satisfactory answer.
All of us here know the score. Don't beat around the bush, just get on with it. Qianwei has many pioneering ideas, but some of his plans are lacking in detail, and he easily gets into testy exchanges with other people. Mingbo is reliable, but not quite ambitious enough, and because of his personality, he struggles to win people over. In contrast, Zhi is evenly balanced across the board, and enjoys an excellent reputation in Liyue. After much consideration, I have decided to recommend Zhi to the Liyue Qixing. What?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. Honestly, I'm a little surprised to hear my name being announced. In my estimation, all three of us are worthy candidates for the Tianshu position. As your competitor, I've become keenly aware of your great talents.
Rude, for real.
Would either of you entertain the possibility of working with me in the future and taking on some of my workload?
I'll have to see. I'm in a bad mood.
This
is the last thing I want to be thinking about right now.
I don't mind, as long as I can help.
Okay, well, that's all from me. Zhi, you'll have some preparation to do. It won't be long before you're informed of your official appointment. I hope you will work hard and make Uncle Tien proud.
I will live up to the Tianshu name. On this, you have my word.
What a liar.
I should go.
You're a liar.
Things, and then I think a celebratory meal is in order. Would anyone like to join me?
He's fake. Don't
Count
let him
me
fool
out.
you. He fooled me. He's
I'm not
fake.
in the mood for a celebration.
He's fake.
Zhi seems pretty relaxed now. This would be a good time to follow him.
Hey, traveler, tell me something. What exactly does that guy have that I don't?
He
If
is
you can't answer
100%
that, I'm not accepting
a
this
liar.
result.
I, also wouldn't mind knowing.
Oh,
I know, right? He definitely had me fooled too. They did a great job of making you go back and forth with this quest, with what you were thinking about him for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, here's where it's getting juicy.
Lady Yelan, Zhi has gone towards Feiyun Slope.
Follow him, quickly.
So Zhi really sided with the...
Well, we don't really need to teleport there. Just jump off the edge over here.
Uncle Tien thinks so highly of him. Why would he do this?
Well,
difficult to say.
Old
but
people are
become
not
a lot clearer when we find him.
exempt from being tricked by the Fatui, it seems. I don't want to get killed by being up in the air. Oh, it's right here.
I'm sorry, Lady Yelan. We lost him.
How?
He's too good at this. We weren't able to keep following him without being seen.
How the heck did he manage to shake Yelan's subordinates?
Ooh, what if this guy is also working with him?
Still as vigilant as ever.
No, Upe says he's much more relaxed than usual. Maybe it's just how he's wired. Perceptive enough to sense when he's being watched.
How?
Don't blame yourselves. Let's not forget he was trained by Uncle Tien himself. Evading detection is not an unusual
What if
skill
one
for him to
of
have.
Yelan's
If I'd
subordinates
asked you to
betrayed?
tail Uncle Tien, you'd have ended up at a dead end too. It's fine. So, where did you lose him?
Right
Shinue kiosk.
here.
We only went in briefly. Upe and I were watching outside the whole time. A few moments later, a man dressed in a completely different outfit came out. Upe had a feeling that it was him, but we couldn't get close enough to check
Really?
without blowing our cover.
The oldest trick in the book?
I figured that if we spooked him, it would undo what we've accomplished today so far.
Okay.
Another option would have been to arrest him there and then, but without any evidence, that would have been meaningless. So I stopped Upe,
Maybe
but I stayed
nobody
here to wait
did
for you
betray
while that
Elon.
meathead
They're
went to ask
just,
around in Shinue kiosk.
That
Good
incompetent. they got
The fish
fooled
didn't
with
take
the
the
oldest
bait,
trick in the
but
book
that's okay.
ever.
As long as he's still swimming around, we'll find a way to catch him eventually. The key is figuring out what he's trying to achieve. Let's go to Shinue kiosk.
Well, he's trying to get inside information from stuff, is what it seems.
Senua Kiosk.
Could you explain to me how that works? A guy like him comes in, changes his whole outfit right under your nose, and you don't even ask him about it?
But you didn't
Our customers
either.
are free to dress however they please. What grounds would I have to question him?
He was already gone when you questioned.
Okay,
the
fair
fact
enough.
that another
but
guy came
didn't
out.
you think it was just a little bit strange?
Well, maybe I did, but it still doesn't give me the right to stop him.
Enough. Let's tone this down a little. I'll make this quick. Just one question. What did he buy while he was here?
He probably didn't buy
he didn't
anything.
buy anything. He just picked up a bottle of liquor that he ordered ages ago.
A bottle of liquor?
Yes, a very strong kind. Fiery, with a rich flavor. Not something the average customer would order. This gentleman ordered it in person from us a long time ago.
The
He was
food
only here
has
today
low
to pick it up.
pixels in this game, but somehow they
Liquor
still make it look good.
and
I don't get
wineware.
it.
I see.
Food
Let's
looks
go.
appetizing as hell.
Where to?
Well, obviously we're going to find
Shibu
him.
Antiques.
Sometimes Paimon asks the most redundant questions.
Hey, Miss Linlong. Sorry to bother you. Jur-E ordered a wanware set from you not long ago, right? We're friends of his. He's been telling us how impressed he is with the quality, considering how affordable it was. So we just had to come and take a look for ourselves.
That's because
Sure.
it
Which
was
model are you looking
fake.
for?
She sold fake stuff. Oh my gosh.
We don't really know a whole lot about wineware. Let's just go with Jur-E's choice. Would you be able to show us the one he bought?
Jur-E picked up his set not long ago. As a quality imitation of an antique wineware set, it has the look and feel of a luxury item. Just so you're aware, we don't have many of this model left in stock. And now that Mr. Jur-E has taken one, I'm afraid it may encourage the price to go up a little.
Don't worry. Price shouldn't be an issue. I'm sure we can work something out. But I'm just a little hazy on one thing. Did Jur-E's wineware set include wine glasses, or...?
For this set, the wine glasses are sold separately. Minimum purchase is 1 glass, maximum is 4. Mr.
So we're
Jur-E
dealing with
bought
2 people?
2.
Okay. Thanks, Linlong. Seems there's a little more to buying wineware than I first thought. We'll have to mull it over.
Well, don't take too long. We could sell out any day now. All right, see you next time.
This is turning into a real headache.
I'd just like to point out that we have the self-professed Grandmaster of
Speaking
Fieldwork
of
here to
headache.
thank for being wholly
Yeah, I'm
incapable of
starting to
tailing an
get one,
ordinary
actually.
civilian without being seen.
It's not like you did any
Uh-oh.
better.
My specialty is information
Y'all quit
trading,
fighting
okay?
for
I don't
real.
have the
You
physical
all had a
agility.
part
What's
in
your
losing
excuse?
the guy.
Fair point.
Yelan, so has the plan failed? Oh, if we can't figure out where Jerry went, there's not much we can do. But why was he buying liquor at Shinue Kiosk anyway? To celebrate?
If so, it's no ordinary celebration.
It's like a little ritual.
What do you mean?
First of all, Jur-E isn't much of a
Wait.
drinker. On some
A
level,
ritual
he
to
hates
open
alcohol
the-
because
to
of what it
the-
did to his father.
To open the
If he was
domain?
just looking to celebrate by himself,
By
he
Shinra
wouldn't
Pool?
spend his meager savings on an expensive bottle of alcohol, let alone buy a pair of special wine glasses. No.
There
this
really
is. A
is.
victory
They
feast,
all had a
held
part.
in honor of Jur-E's private sponsor. Whoever this person is clearly enjoys hard liquor and has a very high status.
Oh, I was
Hence the need
way
for
off.
expensive-looking wineware. Now, where might we find Fatui who match that description, I wonder?
Fatui officials. Should be either the Snezhnayan Embassy or the Northland Bank.
Have
Yeah, that's
both
something I
locations
don't
surrounded.
understand.
Take as many people as you need.
Why do we have
Lady
a
Yelan,
Fatui
is
Central
it time
Bank
for us to make our move?
right in the middle of
If
the
so,
Liyue
you can
when
count me in.
the Fatui is
Get
the
with
problem?
the program, would you? This is a
I
covert
never
surveillance
understood
operation.
that. Why are we letting
Jury
that
may be
slide?
vigilant, but that doesn't mean the same is true for his drinking buddy. In which case, we don't need to change tactics. Just change who we're following.
Great idea! So we just need to find out who Juri bought that liquor for and follow them instead.
But Lady Yelan, if we get caught, this could become a major diplomatic incident.
I'm well aware.
It already is.
But don't you see? Jur-E is gambling everything on this. If we really want to catch him, we're going to have to accept a little risk ourselves.
It became a diplomatic
Stick to your
problem
orders,
as soon
and make
as
sure we're covering all
Jur-E's,
other bases too. Anywhere
uh,
else Jur-E
teamed
might
up
be
with
going.
the Fatui.
I want eyes on those locations.
You know?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't worry, Lady Yelan. Jur-E may be a slippery character, but we'll keep a close watch on the movements of all Fatui officials.
I'll be waiting for you
Like
at the
you
tea
did with
house.
Jur-E.
If I'm guessing correctly, Fatui officials are likely to take action at night. You should go and get ready. Then meet me at Yenshang Tea House.
It's like the Superman effect. Put glasses on, he's Clark Kent. Take the glasses off, he's not. He's Superman. That's exactly what happened. They really got tricked that time.
Perfect timing. Wenyuan just sent word that the Fatui ambassador, Yusupov, just left the embassy alone. He's heading in the direction of Qingshu Pool.
Qingshu Pool? That's the place Juri mentioned in his manifesto.
Oh, we might be going there actually.
It looks
then.
like
I
that's
don't
where
know.
they've arranged to meet. Sensible choice, I'll give them that. Qingshu Pool is always crawling with monsters. Most people wouldn't dream of going there. It's one place they won't need to worry about being seen.
Oh no, we gotta go get them!
Let's go. If my hunch is correct, we just might hit the jackpot this time.
I'm excited because we're finally gonna open up this domain, I think. If that's the one I'm thinking of. I hope it's the one I'm thinking of. I've been wanting to get it open for... Oh. No, it's not. I was thinking of Luhua Pool. Well. That's kind of disappointing. It's fine. I can always just go and open that at any time, I think. I don't think there's actually a quest line for it.
This is Qingshu Pool, full of ruins, crawling with monsters. Anyone with any sense steers well clear of this place. I've looked into the place before.
Actually,
there's a worker's entrance somewhere around here.
I haven't
Follow
really
me.
explored over here now that I think about it. Because, look, I didn't get this purple thing. And there's, like, treasure everywhere. Oh, man. I really didn't do anything with this place. I was just straight business, y'all. Like, as soon as the quests were unlocking, I was going. I wasn't really exploring. What are we looking for? Oh, so we are looking for something in this area. Dude, I don't think he wants to smoke.
Stay put!
Witness the power of God.
A process of elimination.
Where's this other guy that apparently sees me at? Okay.
Don't let any of it roll away now.
I just... Was it on top of this rock? Am I stupid? What's happening? Yeah, no problem. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a good night. We need to take this guy out. He's annoying me. I no longer feel like listening to combat music.
Illusion shattered.
Okay, now I should be able to look in peace. So like... Oh, okay, there it is.
There's been some work done on this place in the past, but it's a bit of a labyrinth inside. I can't guarantee we'll be safe once we're underground. The workers left an emergency access route. If we can find it, this will be a much easier journey. Still, be ready to fight at any moment. Any resistance needs to be taken out quickly and quietly. We don't want to attract too much attention.
Don't worry, we're all professionals here. By the way, Yeon, where are your 3 little helpers at?
They have other things to take care of first. We couldn't afford to wait for them, but they'll join us later.
Okay. Yeah, we should be good to go in here, right? Yeah. Yeah. That was not a sound that I was expecting. I'm probably not gonna play Yeon only because
Let me leave you first. There is no escape. Inazuma
I don't like the way Hoyoverse actually builds their characters. I think they ruined them, and I would like to give her a fair chance to decide if I like her or not, you know?
As I expected, but this shouldn't be too much trouble.
This sounds like Breath of the Wild shrine music, y'all. It's so funky. It's like, I don't know. Is that Uncle Chan?
See that? That's gotta be the Fatui ambassador here to meet Ji. Looks like he went through that door.
Surely not, right?
That must be the emergency access route, right? Come on, let's hurry.
I hope not. Dang, we're getting bamboozled all around. Do we have to start these? Alright, this is gonna take me a minute to figure out.
Illusion shattered.
shall perish.
Oh my gosh, you roly-poly.
Shine down.
Scatter. Here you are.
Yeah, yep.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Yes. Gosh. This game. Alright. We need to not put the fire out. Okay.
The water's gone down. Hey, look! Is that another way through?
I kind of like ignored the entrance over here, even though there's a big arrow pointing to it. So let's see what they want.
This is the construction workers' emergency access route, but it's closed tight. Trying to break through would be risky. Let's see if we can find another way.
Is it like, nah.
Time to act.
Oh, I thought there was something down here.
Body and mind.
Isn't it this where we came from? No. No, it's different, right? Yeah. Never mind. Oh, yo. You're such a short little thing.
No, my sword! Game's up. Fun's over.
Nice. I don't know why I thought that was gonna do something. You never know with this game though. Yaya's pretty, like, skinny. She could honestly fit through there. Imagine the cheese. Alright, a little bit lost here. I mean, I think we're supposed to do something with that thing in the room, but well, I'm not really seeing what. There's not really anything in here. Maybe I just walk up to the door. Wow. Wow. That was so freaking cool.
Let me weave you a verse. Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
I thought that, you know, there was something more that was going to be needing to take place rather than just me walking up to this and moving it. I was wrong. I don't know what that path just opened, but I don't know that I'm gonna be able to get into that.
The water's flowed into the groove, and now the statues have lit up. Okay, now we should be able to move the statues.
So I think we need that to be here. Yeah. Sorry, chat. I am super focused right now because, yeah. These puzzles get pretty, you know, frustrating. Alright, now that should allow us to move these into the spot that they need to be in.
The door is open. Let's go.
Alright. Alright. That was easier than I thought it was gonna be.
We should be nearly at the bottom now. Let's wrap this up.
Not only is this guy a liar.
Don't be scared.
No, my sword.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
You like, it's okay. I'm fine.
Here comes the catch. Gutsy.
The process of elimination.
Shine down! Now you shall perish!
there's like a chest over here somewhere. Wait, no, that's where I came in from. Duh.
I can tell from the aroma that this is very fine liquor indeed. I'm impressed. Come on, bottoms up. After you, of course.
Did he just poison the guy?
Oh, sorry. That went down the wrong way. I've never drunk anything this strong before. It'll take me some getting used to.
You'll get there. If you want to stay friends with us, you have to drink with us.
I'll do my best.
You're more of a lightweight than I thought. Already struggling after one glass? I thought you were made of sterner stuff. You certainly kept it together when you were poisoning your teacher's soup. Come on, another round. Less talking, more drinking.
Okay.
Sure. You didn't leave me much of a choice, though, did you? Just the mention of poisoning sends shivers down my spine. I'm more timid than you realize. Every time I poisoned him, I had to hide away at home for a few days because I was so scared of getting caught.
Okay, but I don't feel bad for
I
you
know
because you
it has
still
not
did
been
it.
easy for you, my friend. We appreciate all your hard work. But I have to say, you really are quite a genius at poisoning people. I mean, the poison we brought from Snezhnaya is as strong as this wine, but you found a way to turn it into an imperceptible, slow-acting poison and came up with the idea of delivering it through fish soup. What was it you said? Oh, yeah. You said the soup's fishy flavor neutralizes the pungency of the poison, and this process even makes the soup tastier as a result.
This guy.
How did you think of that?
It struck me one day when I was fishing. I'm lucky it did. Otherwise, I'm not sure I would have been able to fool Uncle Tien.
Wait, has he been poisoning
You have performed excellently. The Fatui will continue to provide the support you need to consolidate your position as Tien Shu. Of course, this is as long as you continue to do as we instruct. Aside from Qing Shu Pool, we also have some other requests for you, which we will inform you of in due course.
Don't worry. Whatever tasks you have for me, I will perform them diligently.
Did you hear that? It was poison! That's why Uncle Tien hasn't been feeling well recently. It's all Jerry is doing.
See, I don't feel bad for
What a
Jerry.
nasty
Not
guy.
at all.
Seize him!
Hold on. Did you bring a camera? If not, you can use mine. This is quite a scene. We have to capture it for posterity.
Excellent liquor. We've seen no progress on the diplomatic front, and everyone has been eyeing up the treasure of Qingshu Pool. It's been a real headache for me. But soon, everything will be taken care of, and I can report back on a successful mission. Thank you, Jerry.
This guy is horrible.
I remember when I first
Poisoned
saw
his
you.
grandpa.
I knew right away that you would make a good partner for us. Hey, do you still remember what I said to you?
A grandpa.
How could I forget?
A sweet
You
little
said a
old
lowly
grandpa.
commoner like me could never be seen as a serious candidate for the Tianshu, no matter how hard I work. The only way is for you to shine bright in the Tianshu's darkest moment. I think you were absolutely right.
Yes. Under normal circumstances, the gap between you and other people could only ever grow wider over time. Just look at your two competitors. Chen Wei had wealth. Ming Bo had reputation. But you had nothing. You were just another nobody. And that's why I decided to help you. You know, there's an old saying in the Fatui. Give a starving dog a bone, and it'll guard your home for the rest of its life.
Yes. I cannot thank you enough for your generous support.
You know, the best thing about you is that you do as you're told without complaining. Hey, keep up the good work, and I can assure you, you'll never have to worry about Mora again. Heck, when you're not in the company of the Fatui, you'll be able to throw your weight around as much as you want. How about that?
I can't
Uncle
believe
Gao
this guy.
said that Jur-E has low self-esteem. Seems he was right. He was worried that whatever advantage he might have now will diminish over time, so the Fatui persuaded him that he should act while he can. Do you have any more film in the camera? Then get ready to use it. Tonight's grand finale should be coming up any minute now. How well this goes for us depends on how Jur-E plays his hand.
Ooh, is there any more alcohol? Go on. Fill me up. I'm in a good mood today, and I'm gonna drink my fill. Make sure to get me home safely afterward.
There's only a little left. Here, I'll fill your glass. If you like it, I can bring you some more next time.
Wait, what if he's poisoning this guy?
Whoa,
And he
this
just
is
took
the
an
good
antidote
stuff.
before he
It
drank
is
that.
great. Huh?
Oh, it seems like I was right.
What the? Jur-E, you poisoned my wine? But when?
You seem surprised, Mr. Yusupov.
How could you?
How could I not? I've sacrificed years of my life studying and reflecting to prepare myself for this position. And in the end, I even had to poison my own teacher. You really think I put myself through all that just to become your little puppet? I don't want to bow down to anyone ever again. And that includes you.
You imbecile. It's the Fatui who got you to where you are. Do you understand? If I disappear with no
I
explanation...
mean, what makes you think that
the
he's not
embassy
going to
will
betray
come
you
after
two?
you. They'll get to
Like,
the
come
bottom
on.
of this. Mark my words.
Do you see the haystack in the corner? Underneath it is a pile of explosives. And next door in the dark room are the 3 undercover agents you sent to infiltrate the Black Cliff Forge. I'm gonna stay here till I see you slip into unconsciousness. Then I'm gonna set this on fire. Once the flames burn through the hay, they'll ignite the explosives, the ruins will collapse, and everything will be buried.
What do you hope to?
I took the liberty of leaving some evidence of your contact with the undercover agents at the Black Cliff Forge. It won't take long for people to join the dots. 2 missing person cases will become one as the truth gradually reveals itself. The Fatui
Wow,
planted
this guy
undercover
is
agents
really
in the Black
evil.
Cliff Forge to steal their signature ruin-grade explosives. Their plan was to blow through the solid floor tiles in the dead of night and seize the treasure of Qingshu Pool. But things didn't quite go to plan. Mistakes were made that led to the accidental deaths of the entire crew. Faced with the overwhelming evidence, the embassy won't investigate this any further. In fact, they'll be only too happy to blame it all on a rogue operation by you. It explains why you acted alone, while exonerating the rest of the embassy of any liability. Of course, none of that will have anything to do with me. When all of this comes to my attention, I'm afraid I'll have no choice but to cancel the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan immediately. I guess then, I'll be Tianshu in my own right, with a clean record and well out of the Fatui's reach.
Jur-E, do you really think you're gonna get away with this?
Nah, he's
the
going to
Fatui has
prison,
a
don't
record
worry.
of everything. That includes the poison, all interactions between us, even my trip here tonight. After I die, they'll come looking, and they'll get to the bottom of this.
A record? Oh, you must mean the one in the hands of your second in command, Theophan?
How do you know about that?
Because when you contacted me, I also made contact with your associates. I have Theophan to thank for providing me with the poison I used on you today. He'll help me tie up all the loose ends. After all, your untimely demise comes with a few perks for him. He has been eyeing your position for a long time now.
Traitor! you!
I can't believe these guys honestly don't think that they get played at their own game.
It's over. After tonight, everyone gets what they want. And anyone else in the know is either my accomplice or about to be taken out of the picture. Sweet dreams, Mr. Yusupov.
I mean, what did you think was gonna happen, honestly?
I did a little surveying on the way here and found that you'd left yourself 3 escape routes in case things went south. I have them all surrounded. If you're thinking of trying anything, save yourself the effort. The game's up. We were here the whole time and have pictures of everything. They came out pretty nicely. Want to see them?
The game's up? Forgive me, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to,
Oh,
Miss
come
Yela.
on.
I happened to discover a Fatui operation here, so I approached them on the pretext of joining forces and eventually brought them down from within. If it pleases you, Miss Yelan, I'd be only too happy to have you join me in investigating this matter.
This is how you want to play it, huh? Fine. You do you. All we need to do to convict you is establish that the poison in his system is the same as in Uncle Tien's. Nothing else you wanted to add? Let's leave it there then. Time to go.
One wrong move and it all comes crashing down. I should have been more careful. You followed him here, didn't you? I was so focused on keeping myself out of sight, I forgot he was a potential liability. Let's talk about this, Yelan. I gave you my word that I would live up to the Tianshu name, and that much I can still guarantee.
No.
Your point being?
When I take office, I can guarantee that I will act in your best interests. In fact, all of you here tonight can expect very generous treatment in the future. I don't deny that I used underhanded methods to get here. But given my lowly origins, what other choice did I have?
Maybe being truthful.
You still don't get it, do you? Even now. What do you think? Exactly. Jury. Clever people can always come up with a good excuse. But while you might be able to get other people to believe you, you'll never be able to deceive yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting to win other people's respect, but when has Uncle Tien ever looked down on you? He was like a teacher and a father to you, but you chose to repay that by poisoning him. Whatever positive goal you may have started out with, you threw it away in that moment.
That's enough.
Of course. What makes this even crueler is that you managed to convince yourself there was no other way. Uncle Tien was always going to give you this opportunity, even if you'd done nothing at all. Out of everyone in the world, he is the one who trusts you the most.
Oh.
So much that he drank your fish soup without doubting you, not for 1 second.
That's enough. That's enough.
Literally no one
Life
feels
is
bad
like
for you.
fishing. It cannot be rushed. Whatever you do, impatience will accomplish nothing. I was just like you once, desperate to prove myself. Only later did I realize things do not always turn out the way you plan, but you have to keep calm to carry on. You're still young. Be patient, believe in yourself, and don't look outside yourself to prove your value. Where's Jury these days? It's been a long time since he last paid me a visit.
Maybe he's just busy. Well, next time, if he doesn't bring a pot of piping hot fish soup, don't let him in.
Whatever you were thinking about, you'll have plenty of time to mull it over in prison. Oh, I almost forgot. If the Fatui find out what happened today, prison might not turn out to be the safest place for you. Trying to have friends on both sides, it has a way of turning everyone against you. But right now, I have an opportunity for you.
Huh?
Sorry, things are about to get extremely busy for me. Let's meet at Yanshang Tea House tomorrow morning. I'll have someone remove the explosives. Then, there's someone I have to go and see.
Need our help with that?
No, it could be dangerous. You should leave this one to the professionals. Don't worry, as long as they're willing to cooperate, this will be a straightforward deal. Get some rest.
He's going to see the Fatui.
See you tomorrow.
Or she's going to see the Fatui. Okay, after 8 p.m. Alright, we're nearing the end of this quest, I believe.
Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts can strike even in the absence of red.
There is now no poison left in his system. But recovery from the damage already done will not happen overnight.
Dr. Baishu, is my father going to be...
You needn't worry too much. Keep taking the prescribed medicine every day, and a full recovery will take at most 2 to 3 years. It's good we caught it in time. A few days later, and the toxin would have built up in the internal organs. At that point, things would have been much more serious.
How did they successfully secure such a seldom seen poison? It seems the Fatui are extremely resourceful. Unfortunately for them, they were up against us.
Uncle Tian will be heading off now. Remember to get plenty of rest and avoid overexerting yourself while you're recovering.
Don't worry, I will. Thank you very much. And you're here too? Thank you for all you've done to resolve this situation. And I'll have to make some tea in a moment. You simply have to try it. Yes, the exhaustion seems to have gone. My mind is steadily getting clearer again.
Luckily, it looks like choosing the Tianshu's successor is suddenly not such a pressing issue after all. My work is mostly wrapped up, so I thought I'd take a minute to check in here. The assessment process comes to an end here, Uncle Tian. In my opinion, Zhi is not suitable for the position. But Qianwei and Mingbo both have potential.
You have my gratitude.
Yeah, after all that, I would
People
sure
can
think that
change
you
their
would not
loyalties easily.
put
I've always
Zhi
known
up there.
this. But whenever it happens, it's still a dismal experience.
Is it just Paimon, or is Uncle Tian not that surprised?
Don't underestimate Uncle Tian. He wouldn't have appointed me as assessment officer if he hadn't had his doubts about Zhi. Normally, the Yuehai Pavilion would be responsible for assessing the candidates. Isn't that right, Uncle Tian?
Yes, to be quite honest, I wanted to trust him unreservedly. But I have to be responsible with the position of Tianshu. When I first met Juri, I wondered if he had approached me with a hidden agenda. So I secretly investigated him. I concluded that he had no ulterior motives whatsoever. He just saw me as an ordinary fishing friend. In the end, even he changed. But when did it start? I never had any plans to recommend him directly, but I always intended to give him the chance to compete on a level playing field. Family background and fame mean everything to many people, but I don't attach great importance to them. I had no reputation to speak of when I first became Tianshu. I relied on Ganyu's assistance for all manner of things. What I really admired about Juri was his intelligence and resilience.
I have to admit, he's a smart guy, and very cautious. The intel suggests that the Fatui saw him as very low risk, but Juri was still extremely careful with the poisoning. He chose that specific liquor from Xinyue Kiosk because the fiery flavor would mask the bitterness of the poison, and he chose to wait until the Fatui official was drunk and had his guard down before delivering it to him. He also installed a secret compartment in the wine pot he bought to hold the poison. As the amount of liquor went down, he'd shake the pot to release the poison from the compartment into the liquor. Afterwards, we also found he had an antidote on him. Had the Fatui official grown suspicious, Juri would have drunk the poisoned wine himself, and then found an opportunity to take the antidote shortly afterwards.
But that's still really dangerous.
Yes. Had he drunk the poisonous wine, he still would have faced serious health consequences despite taking the antidote. He didn't hesitate to put himself in harm's way to achieve his goal.
How is Juri now?
Well, I mean, he is sitting in a jail cell. Like Yenfei says, everyone who breaks the law has to pay the price. Still, he's cooperating. He didn't turn down my offer to strike a deal. I'll make sure there are plenty of guards around to keep him safe from anything the Fatui might be planning.
A deal? Does this have to do with what you said to him when you arrested him?
Yes, Juri's not the one I'm interested in. If he was as far as this went, I'd have handed the case off to my subordinates as soon as I realized. But once the Fatui became involved, things got a whole lot more interesting. I thought I might have the chance to catch a big fish.
Well, did you?
Almost. Unfortunately, it slipped off the hook at the last second.
Uncle Tian? Yelan? What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't understand.
Jur-E colluded with the Fatui to try and secure the position of Tianshu. Or, to put it the other way around, the Fatui made an attempt to interfere in the Tianshu selection process. With Yusupov in our hands and a statement from Jur-E, we could afford to continue with a diplomatic offensive. Also, we'd be able to gain control of Theophan, Yusupov's second-in-command. Then we'd have a pawn in the ranks of the Fatui. Pawns like this can be major assets. They open up all sorts of new options. Why else did you think I was investing so much time and effort into this case?
So, okay, well, did your plan succeed?
We got halfway. The first part went off without a hitch, and we passed all the information on to Lady Ningguang. But when we tried to make contact with Theophan, he was gone, along with all the evidence.
The Fatui must be spying on us. Otherwise, they'd never been able to respond so quickly.
I found out from other sources that the Harbinger Regrator got involved. The Fatui's main forces aren't concentrated here. Regrator was only treating this as a peripheral concern. It's a pity that Theophan got away, but knowing which Harbingers are still looking at Liyue is something. It gives me a starting point for my next mission.
I have to ask, Yelan, do you have any desire to take over the position of Tianshu yourself? I remember you showed some interest a few days ago at Yenshang Tea House. In my estimation, you are more than competent.
Oh, that. I was obviously joking. I prefer my current life. There's danger and there's excitement. Although it'd still be a behind-the-scenes role. As Tianshu, I wouldn't have the chance to get involved in anything truly clandestine or face any real danger.
Sorry, you can probably hear my chair
Alright,
squeaking.
I'm done here. Time for me to go. I'm heading off again in a few days and I still have to prepare.
Where are you off to this time?
As you might have guessed, it's for me to know and you to find out. But I'm sure if you keep going as you are, getting yourselves involved in other people's business all the time, you're sure to get caught up in another misadventure before too long. Maybe I'll see you the next time danger beckons. Until then, keep your wits about you. A lot of people are watching you for a lot of reasons. If you have any more questions, just ask Uncle Tian. After the recent turn of events, I'd say he owes you one, wouldn't you?
Okay. Long quest. Long quest. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Alright, chat. I apologize for having to cut the stream short, but I got some things that I gotta do. I gotta take care of a bunch of things, you know, getting ready to move. That being said, we will be streaming on Monday. I'm getting ready to release a new stream schedule. I'm getting ready to work on it real quick before I go do a bunch of things. Be on the lookout for both in YouTube communities as well as Twitter. That's where I'm going to be posting it. That being said, I hope you all have a great night, and I can't wait to stream again. Bye, y'all.